Hi guys. So I'm not going to be too long with this video because I'm going to share this in a little while because I have dinner soon with my parents. But I thought I'd just come on here right now to share this video because we are about 64 days out from the release of The Mandalorian and Grogu, bringing Star Wars back to theaters on May 22nd. And I just wanted to put this message out to the new leaders at the Walt Disney Company, Josh D'Amaro and Dana Walden, CEO and CCO / president of the Walt Disney Company, to give my thoughts on how they're doing so far with the marketing campaign in the wake of that controversial Super Bowl spot, and having to follow up with it with a much better trailer and having to now actively market the film in a better way. Mr. D'Amaro, Miss Walden, first off, welcome to the Walt Disney Company. I have high expectations and very high hopes for you once Bob Iger's officially off the senior advisor role and out in January, now that he's stepped down. And I do believe that you will put Disney on a very strong path. But one of those paths that I'm hoping you'll do has to do with heavily and actively and strongly marketing films that deserve to be hits, even not just original films like Hoppers from Pixar, and not just their next two original films like Disney Animation's Hexed and Pixar's Gato, which I kind of wish you would have brought up in the little discussion of Disney's 2026 and 2027 slate tomorrow. But also franchise IP that is really trying to strike back hard in theaters when it comes to stuff like Avengers. But more importantly, before that Avengers this Christmas, this summer is a film that I feel like you really must continue doing marketing well after that much better trailer from last month, and that's for Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, obviously, I think you've improved and done better a bit. We had that new trailer that came out 9 days after that controversial Super Bowl spot, even though I feel like people online kind of got angry over it for stupid reasons, but that's a whole other story for another day. And ever since then, after that much better new trailer, you've also been putting out TV spots on ESPN and Fox football games, and not just at the Oscars, that spot, but also before that, having a very popular and internet adored by the internet bit at the Oscars with Pedro Pascal and Sigourney Weaver presenting visual effects and best production design to the audience at the Oscars, and then having Grogu in the audience with Kate Hudson, and then just having a whole chaotic ruckus about how he's kind of having his space invaded by Kate Hudson with the use of that line from Alien. Followed up with Conan O'Brien making some hilarious jokes about how Grogu can't clap, and then just Grogu making the most funniest hand movements which gave me the idea to put out that 6-7 meme 67 days before Mando Grogu's release 3 days ago. So thank you, Disney. I do kind of wish you had a clip from that clip from the film that I was hoping for, with Din Djarin and Grogu getting their next mission and their mission report from Colonel Ward on Adelphi, with Grogu trying to steal her snacks only to fail. However, I can make an exception that I think that maybe having Toy Story 5 be the clip to show a movie from during the Disney shareholders meeting made the most sense, because people are kind of wondering why you wouldn't use the Oscars to promote Toy Story 5, but instead use that to promote Avengers Doomsday, Devil Wears Prada 2, and Mando and Grogu. So, especially since Conan O'Brien is in that movie as Smarty Pants, the new character. So, yeah, makes a bit of sense. So I can accept that. And I did kind of give that film a bit more new footage to show in like the opening sizzle reel of your shareholders meeting, and brought it up a lot in your 2026 slate discussion after that Toy Story 5 clip. So I'm fine with that. But I really hope that you don't let up on the much better marketing for this film now, and that you continue to actively market it. And I feel like there is actually a way you could do this without actually putting your foot off the gas. And I'll say this. Now, as you're aware, especially you, Dana, and I feel like this is not a good look for you. Unfortunately, ABC had to cancel The Bachelorette because of the controversial scandal involving a domestic abuse situation involving that Bachelorette, and unfortunately, it had to be canceled. This is unfortunate because it does kind of leave a hole in your schedule for the next 9, 10, however many weeks The Bachelorette was supposed to go on this season. But I have an idea on how you might be able to fix that issue. And my idea, if you are listening, Josh and Dana, would be to have for the next 9 Mondays up until the release of The Mandalorian Grogu in theaters on May 22nd would be to have 3 episodes a week from all 3 seasons, plus the 3 episodes starring both characters from the Book of Boba Fett of these two people here, the Mandalorian with his sidekick Grogu / Baby Yoda. Because, and I'll say this, The Mandalorian is the most popular Disney Plus original series to be successful on a mainstream grand level of more than any other Disney Plus original, even any other Marvel series as well. It's the only Disney Plus series to be in their original series to be in their billion-hour stream club, and it's the only Disney Plus original to be in the top 10, 12, 15, 20, however many streamed shows in terms of streamed original shows on streaming services for the 2020s era. So I think the idea would be if you aired three episodes each of the Mandalorian's 3 seasons, plus the 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett that Din Djarin and Grogu showed up in, every week, for the next 9 Mondays until the Mandalorian Grogu hits theaters, and use those 9 Mondays and 3 episodes a week on ABC from 8 to 11 for the Mandalorian to kind of show new spots for the Mandalorian Grogu to help promote that movie and give it a more active marketing campaign than I think something like Solo would have. And I think it would help that you would ensure that movie's marketing campaign has indeed gotten better and will probably make people more interested to see that movie in theaters now. So I really think, and I do hope that you're having conversations on what to do now that The Bachelorette's been canceled now. So I think your best idea would be to have the 3 Mandalorians, 3 seasons, and 3 episodes that they were in from the Book of Boba Fett be on ABC every Monday for the next 9 Mondays until The Mandalorian Grogu's release in theaters on May 22nd. It's like your best, that's like snap of a finger is like the best idea that you could come up with right now, because there really isn't anything else you can air on ABC that can attract an audience. Not even, I feel like your football games have been debatedly either stalling in viewership or slightly declining. Plus, I really hope that you give the writers, actors, and directors the fair deals they want to avert 3 strikes this coming summer, because I really feel like if you have no originals for Monday now to air, especially in the fall, you can't afford airing nothing but repeats on ABC. You really need something to keep the audience entertained. And the best way to do that would be to have The Mandalorian on ABC for 9 Mondays, plus those 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett where The Mandalorian Grogu were in, to kind of help hype up The Mandalorian Grogu's theatrical release in theaters on May 22nd. That's like the best thing you can do right now. And I hope that you do that, because there's nothing else you can do. So that's all I have to say, and I really hope that you do continue to actively market The Mandalorian Grogu now as hard as you can, not just with this, but with also a theatrical exclusive trailer in front of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, kind of like how we got theatrical exclusive trailers for Beetlejuice 2 in front of Despicable Me 4 and Paddington 3 with Dogman, which starts by saying, "You're here for an adventure in a super galaxy, but first, get ready to return to a galaxy far, far away." And also have the final trailer for The Mandalorian Grogu be at Disney CinemaCon presentation, and then be online in theaters with Michael. Along with ending the trailer saying, "Tickets on sale only in theaters May 22nd. Tickets on sale Monday, May the 4th, Star Wars Day." And then I hope that you also can get Pedro Pascal, talk with NBC and Lauren Michaels, get Pedro Pascal on Saturday Night Live on either in the second weekend of April or on the first weekend of May on May 2nd, because despite the writers potentially striking, I do think that the scripts for SNL will be ready for that weekend. And I feel like you've got to really lock in Pedro Pascal for either the second weekend of April or the first weekend of May to get beyond SNL, because that's the only chance you'll get to really push Mandalorian Grogu's marketing into the public eye even more, along with maybe having a Star Wars animated short series in the style of the Clone Wars animation called Tales of the Mandalorian on Disney Plus for Monday, May the 4th as well, with 3 shorts about Bo-Katan and her past with Satine from the Clone Wars, but also 3 shorts about Din Djarin and Grogu, with the 3rd short being the lead into the Mandalorian Grogu movie that shows Mando and Grogu getting their mission to go to that snow planet. So really hope, Disney, that you'll consider my advice and have Mandalorian Grogu's marketing be revved up by having The Mandalorian on ABC every Monday for the next 9 Mondays until the movie comes out, including the 3 episodes of Book of Boba Fett. Thank you.